It's EmiratesD10 powered by Sky247.net, and this game is between Fujairah and Sharjah.
So that's what it is. The news from the center is Fujairah skipper Ahmed Raza has won the toss and he has opted to field first. A swing and a miss. The umpire will call it wide. Going deep, wanting to pull, probably got a top edge and the wicketkeeper couldn't do much. The umpire will call it a boundary. A short hand jab there and a boundary.
That's well picked and brilliantly executed. That shows the confidence of this boy, and he will go a long way. He was studying in King's College, King's Al Barsha, Dubai.
A poor fielding there and that will be a 4.
That is what happens when you let ball pass through your fingers. It is very, very important in T20 to not take your eye off the ball.
Bowled him. He's got his man. Khalid Shah moving across the line, wanted to play him over the fine leg region, but not to be so. Ahmed Raza spot on.
Left to left, the left arm bowler wins. It's very, very important that you don't take your eye off Ahmed.
That boundary brings up the 20th boundary of the season. Rohan Mustafa getting on top of that ball inside the line of it and beautifully placed.
Brilliant form, as I was telling you, but as a bowler he is sparkling, but he did not get much chance as a batsman. So
big shout there, and the umpire is interested and he gives it. Ritya Arvind will have to take the long walk back. 14 of 9, including 3 boundaries, a strike rate of 155.56.
Scoring the better. This time he's played that. Has he connected it well? Yes, he has. It has gone all the way in that sitting area for a big 6.
That was in the slot there, Shoaib, and you can't be expecting mercy if you bowl that sort of a length to Fayaz Ahmed. Factory of fast bowlers. Meanwhile, in the slot, it's a no ball as well, and dispatched it out of the park. Fayaz Ahmed. You pitch anything in his arc, it goes out of the park.
Well, he's broken the shackles here, and Ayaz has given a dolly. He's gifted that ball in the slot. Fayaz Ahmed makes no mistake. No ball call, so a free hit coming in. Again a short ball, again gone up in the air. The keeper wants it and Yasir Kaleem will take it comfortably. So Rohan Mustafa's dreadful innings comes to an end. Was trying to play all along but was not able to middle the ball the way he normally does. This time another short delivery to Rohan Mustafa. Mistimes it and the keeper Yasir Kaleem makes no mistake. So wicket number 3 falls. 64 for the loss of 3 wickets after 6.3 overs. Once he's a big star, hopefully this time cracked and played straight to the cover region. The fielder trying, but trying is not enough. Fayaz Ahmed gets a boundary.
After the bowling, this was not a bad delivery there. Mohammad Wasim, don't be disappointed.
Ball of this time, he's got hold of it, and as we say, this one has gone all the way sailing over the ropes for a 6. Umar Ali Khan is not going to leave Alishan Sharfu so easily.
The dugout of the men in red will be praying that Umar Ali Khan gets a couple of more of these and gets to the 3-figure mark.
This time last ball of the game, and it has been played over the cover region for a maximum. So some positive here for Team Sharjah and Fayaz, getting hold of that delivery on the last ball of the innings and getting that crucial 6 runs is the final score from Team Sharjah for the loss of 3 wickets. I still feel there are 10-15 runs short than what they would have wanted to be. 115, 120 looks like a par score on this wicket.
Right, so the umpires are walking in, and two men for Fujairah are running in. It's Chirag Suri and Mohammad Wasim. First ball, a swing and a miss. Angling the ball away from the batsman.
And he was picked up as the best batsman of UAE, and why it is clearly visible here. Absolutely brilliant shot here coming in from Mohammad Wasim.
To get off the mark. Just got underneath the ball. This time he's gone. A 4 and a wicket. Hafizur Rahman gets his man, and Fayaz Ahmed, he's not going to drop too many. He's hurt himself, but then it's all worth it because they've got the big man, and it's a prize wicket. Mohammad Wasim walks back.
And looks like Alishan Sharfu was just waiting to come out. That's the end of Mohammad Wasim, out for 4 of 3. Look at this brilliant looking shot here coming in from Chirag Suri. Waiting for the ball, in swing delivery, and then middling the ball to perfection over the head of Khalid Shah. Had no chance. It sailed over the ropes after a couple of bounce. In fact, just one bounce.
Cleaned him up. Kashif Daud gets his man. Chirag Suri is gone. That's a big wicket. And Kashif Daud would celebrate, and celebrate in style. Chirag Suri, clean bowl.
Well, it's not going to be an easy chase here for Fujairah, knowing the fact that they have lost early wickets without too many runs on the board. Chirag Suri and Mohammad Wasim back in the pavilion.
Plays it in that gap. Will he get a 4? Yes, he does. A good looking shot there. Usman Khan, front on. Deliberate there. Opened the face of the bat very late.
This time wide of Rohan Mustafa, putting in a valiant effort there, but all in vain. Goes to the boundary. Important boundary coming in here as far as Fujairah is concerned. Boundary number 25th. The two ends of the bat.
And hit high to long off, and that brings an end to the innings. Umar Ali, who was carrying the innings well, it was an unwarranted shot. Now a huge responsibility in Alishan's shoulders, and in walks Jiju Janad. That's played. Pick the gaps. That is what is the need of the hour. Beautifully placed, and that has raced to the boundary.
Yes, placement was key here. Made sure that he played between that third man and the point fielder.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second match of the second day of FanCode EmiratesD10 2021, powered by Sky247.net. The umpires are coming through. It's a game between Fujairah and Dubai.
Both the teams will be looking for their first victory. A victory then that can boost their confidence for the rest of the matches. We saw that Dubai players been given a long lecture by Amin Farooq, who is the Dubai Cricket Council General Secretary, and who is also the mentor of the team, a pilot by profession who flies. So let us see whether he has told them to get off to a flying start through a victory.
That would be really, really interesting. Shah Rukh Sheikh there, the skipper of Dubai. Shah Rukh Sheikh manning his forces. And the two men for Fujairah, they have a task cut out for them. Kai Smith, the wicket-keeper, gets a game today. This is going to be an interesting game. Both these teams need a win under their belt. They started off their campaigns with a loss each.
Yes, and it's a special day for Pakistan. Do you know that today? It's in 1992, Imran Khan lifted the World Cup in Melbourne. So Pakistan fans will have a special day today.
That's right. Wasim, the menacing Wasim, is coming on strike. What an epic win there for Pakistan in the World Cup.
That was superb. That was the first time that Imran's men did it. Actually, we should call them boys at that time.
Mohammad Wasim there, 11 matches for this guy. Very, very strong contender in any series that he plays to get the man of the series because of the way he plays. He literally muscles his way through the tournament. All right, game on. Starts with a loosener, will be called a no ball. Full toss above the waist height. The umpire signaling the same. Will be followed by a free hit.
When a loose delivery is delivered on the first ball, it creates a problem in between. See, his problem of holding the ball.
All right, free hit. Utilized well, boundary.
Wasim has the ability to hit in any part of the ground. He showed it against tight bowlers recently. You know, strong, fantastic batsman. Wide range of start, a treat to watch. This is the match he has to deliver.
Vinayak Vijayan. He's got him. He's got the prize wicket. Vinayak Vijayan started with the stutter, but he's got the big man. Celebrate, kid. You got the big fish. The shark walks back. Wasim's gone. And Fujairah in early troubles.
He chased an innocent ball which was wide away. He need not play that shot and has paid the price for it. Early wicket. Dubai must be happy. Fujairah has a strong batting lineup. Picking early wickets play a very big role.
There you go, Vinayak Vijayan there. Wanted to bowl this delivery outside the off-stump line. Took that faint edge into the hands of Kai Smith. All right, the new man in, Alishan Sharafu. A youngster. A big muscle man for another muscle man. He knows to hit those big ones. 11 matches. Look at that strike rate of 200 plus.
Strong muscles on the young shoulders. He played a great innings yesterday.
Wide ball there. Wide outside the tramp line there. While all the action is happening on the striker's end, the non-striker's end, Chirag Suri is standing, waiting for his opportunity. Again, a very experienced campaigner.
Chirag Suri, who was part of IPL.
This time, wide full toss and is punished. 4 runs. And Alishan opens his account.
Do you think the bowler is finding difficult? There's a bit of dew. He has been rubbing his hand. He's gripping. He has a problem. This is the time when dew comes in. And remember yesterday's match also, the bowler struggled a bit, especially pacers in the early overs.
You're right. In the second game especially, which was a low-scoring game, we saw that the bowlers did have a little bit of an issue gripping the ball. This time moving inside the line of the ball and just deflecting it towards the fine leg. That'll be a 4.
The two batsmen in the crease are the future of UAE cricket. Chirag Suri, who has learned a lot during IPL, when he was with the Gujarat Lions. And I remember he told me once, his Brendan McCullum's advice to him that always try and get to the top of the bowler. And let's see whether he does it today.
Well, yeah, for that he'll have to get on strike. And one more delivery to go. Vinayak Vijayan, what he's trying to do, I reckon, is try and bowl just inside that tram line. That wide Yorker length delivery, wide fuller length deliveries is what he's trying to bowl.
He got the benefit of Wasim through asking him to chase, but Alishan has to be shrewd enough. Young boy, but intelligent. He knows the delivery to choose. He has chose 2 deliveries well.
Again, a wideish delivery, chasing that one towards the third man region. Will be a single to end the over. 1 over gone, it's 15 for 1. All right, so this is what the team sheets look like. Fujairah, Chirag Suri, Mohammad Wasim, Alishan Sharafu, Ahmed Raza, Hamdan Tahir, Usman Khan, Zahoor Khan, Hazrat Luqman, Mohammad Ayaz, Jiju Janardhan and Zahid Ali. As far as Dubai is concerned, Ali Anwar, Mohammad Hassan, Fahad Nawaz, Kai Smith, Mohammad Farooq, Nilansh Keswani, Wajid Khan, Yash Gyani gets a game, Shahrukh Sheikh, the skipper, Ronak Panoli and Vinayak Vijayan. Dubai earlier today won the toss and elected to field first. And what was really interesting during the toss was that Shahrukh Sheikh, their skipper, he didn't turn up for the toss. It was Ronak Panoli who came in. Because Ronak, and that's not Ronak though.
Yeah.
That's Ali. So Ronak was sent in.
So
Driven and done that handsomely. That's a boundary. Alishan Sharafu. He looked a little stuck up yesterday, wasn't hitting it freely, but today look at him. He looks like overnight he's found form.
the ability to pick the gaps is what makes him brilliant. We saw him play that excellent knock against Team Abu Dhabi in the Abu Dhabi T10. Ali Anwar.
Back-to-back boundaries there, this time behind point. There's no stopping this man now. Chirag Suri, still a spectator on the other end, but he's enjoying the show.
Chirag Suri, who also coaches youngsters, must be delighted to see this youngster scoring.
Stepping down, playing it straight, will get a single.
Yeah, looking.
Or are they looking for the second? No. Good cleanup back there.
Finally, Suri gets a strike.
Well, yes.
Suri played some classic knocks during the D10. Some of his shots delighted me. The way he picked the shots was a treat to watch.
Straight to point. A dot ball to start with. I remember he opened his scoring in the D10 with a 6. The first scoring run was a 6.
He has worked. Neil, you must be happy. He works very hard on his fitness. And he once remarked that he was inspired by McCallum and Jason Roy.
This time between point and third man, and this one will race towards the fence. Chirag Suri opens his account with a boundary. Opening the face of the bat very late and gliding it.
He has a wide range of strokes. As an opening batsman and a top-order batsman, he has been improving with every game. That being with the IPL team did a lot of good. He learned watching the players. I have a collection of his pictures with Sachin Tendulkar. He took tips from him.
This time inside edge. A direct hit there by Kai Smith on the non-striker's end, but I reckon Chirag Suri was in. It's a no ball. And the umpire is not asking for the third umpire's assistance for the run-out call, because Suri, from what we saw, he came in very quick, very sharp.
He went past the umpire, so he did not to refer. But nowadays it has become a habit, whether even if the umpire feels that he is perfectly inside.
Free hit, not utilized well. Straight to short fine leg. That'll be a dot ball. So that will be the end of 2 overs. 30 for 1. Quick look at the broadcast partners: FanCode in India and the subcontinent, eLife and CricLife, Switch TV and Do in UAE, USA and Canada, Willow TV, Bangladesh, you can watch on live media. In Pakistan, you can watch on Jio Super, and rest of the world, you can catch up on Facebook/MySportsEye. It's an ITW and SF360 digital production for the Emirates Cricket Board.
Wajid Khan, age 27, 2 matches. Two of the finest UAE's future batsmen at the crease. That has been very well hit and sailed over the long up for a mighty 6.
A maximum coming in from Alishan Sharfu. Beg your pardon, that was Chirag Suri. Suri 11 of 4, Alishan 18 of 8.
That shot was hit very high. If Sidhu was in the commentary box, he would have said the ball went so high it could get an air hostess on its way back.
Well, yes, some commentators have their own quirks. I would say on their way back, if you get some good airline food. Mr. Iftikhar Ali and Sunij, the referee and third umpire. Wide outside the off stump. Oh, did he get his fingers onto it? Did he? Chirag Suri.
Looks like it was played safe of the fielder. This is a slash shot which can be played and has to be played in T10 especially. This is the stroke which...
This time towards the mid-wicket region, we'll get a boundary. Now this is free-flowing runs, I tell you.
This is what is needed. One on the arm, one on the leg. So its runs are flowing. The bowlers have to do something about it if they have to contain these two batsmen. These two batsmen are growing in confidence with every over. If they settle down, they will smash the attack.
This time bowled outside the off stump. There are two men coming in and it's dropped. Chirag Suri living on the edge, but he's ensuring that he gets those runs going.
This is a very crucial drop because Suri is one who make full use of such lives, and maybe now you may find even explosive shots from him.
This time towards the mid-wicket region. Oh, look at it. This guy is on song. He couldn't make the best of an opportunity that he got yesterday, but today he's ensuring that he's getting everything off the middle of the bat. Boundary.
Always a drop people celebrate. In cricket, especially in T10, it is always celebrated by a six or a boundary. That's the way of batsmen saying thank you.
Beautifully done. Up, over and maximum. Chirag Suri, you beauty.
We are watching some spectacular hitting. A man who is able to thrash the bowling to smithereens. Giving him a life is like...
Mohammad Farooq is the man in. 7 matches that he's played, he's just given away 10 runs. Right arm leg spinner. He was the one who dropped the catch of Chirag Suri a while back.
Suri has swelled his total. And that's played to point, well fielded.
.29 runs of 9 deliveries. Played uppishly and taken brilliantly. That's gone. Alishan Sharfu. He's gone. Farooq gets a man. And that's wicket number 2. Wanted to cut it in between point and gully. Wasn't able to do it cleanly. Straight into the hands of the fielder there, who's kept there to take that catch.
I think last time he attempted a shot which did not fetch him a run to that region. So he attempted that shot in the air and paid the penalty.
Alishan Sharfu there. Look at that delivery. Got that extra little bounce on that ball. Wanting to cut it uppishly. Ended up spooning it straight to the fielder at gully. Brilliant catch.
Cutting in the air is always dangerous, especially when you know there is a fielder position there. However, he played a nice knock.
Naim Osman now, who's come in replacing Alishan Sharfu, plays the first ball straight all along the carpet. A dot ball to start. Farooq has started with a successful over with a wicket. Just given a run.
That's beautifully hit, but only a single. His feet was there, all the shots, all along the ground. In fact, an exhibition on how shots should be played all along the ground.
Chirag Suri now on strike. The fielder, who was placed at the third man, short third man, has now been brought at a short fine, in fact, more squarish. Staying a little low.
This is turning out to be an excellent over. He has been on line. He is making the batsmen cut, go for his shots, making them play. That's what is needed. And that to beat a well-set Suri.
Down the leg side, the umpire says that it took something on the way, but that'll be a dot ball to end the over. 4 overs gone, it's 55 for 2. So fun fact there by Dafa News, Mahila Jayawardene is the only man to have made more than 350 in a test innings without breaking the record for the highest test score. That fun fact comes in from Dafa News.
A gentleman of cricket, well-behaved, polished. I've been happy to go and have food in his Ministry of Crab.
Wow.
One of the best seafood in Colombo. He and Sankakara together started that restaurant.
Oh, the ball stayed there. Nilansh Keswani is the little champ who's come into bowl now. We saw Nilansh open the bowling innings yesterday. Today comes into bowl the 5th over. Suri cutting it straight to the fielder.
Surya has been stuck on 29 for some time. He was cruising. Maybe a big shot is coming.
Oh! Dot ball again. 3 dot balls on the trot for Nilansh. That's Usman on strike. Chirag Suri on the non-striker's end. This time, up in the air. Will it clear the rope? Yes, it does. Maximum.
What a way to bring in the 60s. Enter the 60s with a 6. That adds to a lot of confidence. This is the tempo has to be maintained. Suri is going fine.
Usman now stepping down. Get a single there. Nilansh is a very smart cricketer, I tell you. 3 good deliveries and then he tried to just pull the length a tad back. Oh, look at that. He's a smart kid. He saw Chirag Suri charging in. Pulled back from his bowling action. Very, very smart. Good cricket all round. Up in the air, chance for a catch. It's taken and Chirag Suri will have to depart. What a phenomenal catch there at mid-wicket. And Nilansh Keswani, the youngster, trumps another superstar.
Intelligent cricket, intelligent bowling indeed. He tried to play, he played on the mind of Suri and he made him play that shot. And well taken, well judged.
That will be the end of the 5th over. 62 for 3 at the drop of Chirag Suri. 29 of 12 caught by Wajid. Bowled Nilansh. His innings included 3 boundaries and 2 sixes. Now there'll be a change in the voices here. It's going to be Shoaib and Asim.
Five over 62 for 3. Nilansh getting that big wicket of Chirag Suri in the previous over. The new bowler is Farooq. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful camera work from the production team. Such lovely scenes, Asim.
Excellent. Super stuff. This time up in the air. Usman Khan survives.
Farooq, the new bowler. He's bowled a very impressive first over. He's got a wicket, just given away 2 runs. A nice leg spinner. And the new man in is Jiju Janardhanan.
An appeal here
Appeal
and
and given.
big wicket here. Jiju Janardhanan departs. Golden duck for him. Not impressive in the first game. And falls on the very first ball. Edge to the wicketkeeper and Kai Smith, absolutely brilliant behind the stumps. Making no mistakes. And look at that. Given out by the umpire. Making a long walk back. 64 for 2. Out for a golden duck. Jiju caught by Smith. Bowled by Farooq.
Jiju Janardhan taking the long walk back on a golden duck. Not his day today.
Again, the batting collapsing here of Fujairah. They bat deep, but batting deep isn't important. What you have to do is ensure that those batters out there in your squad, they click, and they click big time. Likes of Mohammad Wasim and Usman Khan in the same team shows a lot about the kind of batting strength that the team has.
Yes, we've discussed that in the pre-match as well. A lot of openers in the team is a good problem for any side to have, but not a good problem when they're not clicking together as a team.
Well, I'm really not of that opinion, Shoaib, to be very honest. My personal opinion about the fact that having too many openers actually disturbs the mentality of the batsman, because it all depends on the personal acceptance of the fact that you will not be able to play in your most comfortable position. And that's an excellent view coming in. Wanak Panoli.
Ahmed Raza there, innovating, playing a scoop shot, and that has gone all the way. Well, that is a good shot to start off Ahmed Raza. He's got 4 runs, and that was innovation at its best. A Dil scoop, look at that. Not even looking at the ball, just managing to get the ball behind the keeper, and you don't have any fielders stationed in that region. So good 4 runs, a good start for Ahmed Raza here.
It looks like flipping off a piece of pizza from the pan.
Played a single.
Shoaib trying to imitate that shot from Ahmed Raza.
Practicing that shot.
Cut away, but straight to the fielder. Very interesting field setup here. Extra cover in place. Meanwhile, with that thought, over comes to an end. 6 gone, 69 for 4 for Fujairah. And that's how the batting has fared here for Team Fujairah. Chirag Suri, 29 of 12. Mohammad Wasim again failing to score big, 4 of 3. Ali Shan Sharfu, 18 of 10. Usman Khan out there in the centre, 9 of 9. Jiju Janardhanan out for 1 of 2. Ahmed Raza is out there in the centre, batting on 5. Now look at this, Shoaib. This is a young kid. He's not even crossed 19, and the way he challenges the batsman, the top batsman in the circuit, he likes to bowl against them. He likes to bowl in the power play, most challenging positions, and he delivers. That's the most important thing.
This time, played it up and over, and he's got another wicket. Nilanj Keswani is on a roll, and he's got the very, very big wicket of Usman Khan. Well, now they are in all sorts of trouble. Again, a low-scoring game from Fujairah, and not in the right frame of mind here, Usman Khan.
This is a bothering aspect for me. Too many openers in the team is definitely going to be troubling the team while having the right balance. End of Usman Khan, he makes his way back. 9 of 10, caught by Wajid. Wajid, you can't be keeping him away from the game. Doing the right job there at the right place by the captain. 70 for 5 after 6.2. The team looks in all sort of bother there. Yasir Kaleem not getting a game today. And it is finally Zahid Ali who has been introduced in the team, and he has been promoted up. Good seam bowler, comes from Lahore, and can be a handy batsman as well.
Right, this young man has a big responsibility for Fujairah now. They need to make sure they play those 10 overs. Fun fact brought to you by Dafa News. Charles Coventry from Zimbabwe, 194, holds the record for the highest ODI score. In the meanwhile, there's a single. Ahmed Raza happy to rotate strike. Charles Coventry from Zimbabwe holds the record for the highest ODI score in a losing side. Well, that would have hurt Charles Coventry, scoring 194 and the team not crossing the line.
This is excellent stuff here coming in from Kai Smith. Look at the alertness. He knew where the batsman was and in a flash took the bails off. Look at that. Excellent wicket-keeping skills here.
Well, as a keeper, you need to be on your toes. You need to be having a great presence of mind, great game awareness. We'll have to see how tight that was, but great effort from Kai Smith. We know how good he is as a keeper. Right, getting that edge of the bat. He's out of the crease. Oh, and that looks out to me. Yes, that is out. He's not even in the crease when he's disturbed the stumps. So this wicket has to go to Kai Smith.
Now, Shoaib, tell me whether this will be counted as a stumped or whether this will be counted as a run out.
Well, I think it will be counted as a stump because he was not looking for a run. He was just out of the crease. So for me, it has to be a stumped dismissal.
But didn't it hit the bat there?
Yes, it did. But I don't know. I think it's stumped because he was not looking for a run there. He was not running to get run out. He was just out of the crease. So stumped is what it is. Shoaib 1, Asim 0.
But I think the rule says the otherwise. Anything that hits the bat and then ricochets to the stumps and has been appealed, it will be considered as a run out, not a stump. It has to be a clear collection from the wicketkeeper. Even if he tries to stump it ahead after ricocheting off his own pads, still it will be counted as a stump. But on this occasion, since there was bat involved, I doubt.
Right, so we will have to get a third opinion, a third umpire. We'll have to go to Iftikhar Ali sir and get that cleared. This time up in the air, clears the infield and will get a boundary. The ball races away on this quick and fast outfield in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And Nilanj Keswani, who has been exceptional with the ball, has just given away a loosener outside off, freeing his arms on that occasion and gets a crucial boundary for his team.
Now this is positivity showing up from Hamdan Tahir immediately, getting a boundary in the very first ball. And look at the grip that he has. He's coming up with another seam-up delivery for sure, which will go away from the left-hand batsman, comes into the right-hander. And you have to have a lot of control, Shoaib, when you're kind of bowling that sort of a delivery. Meanwhile, that brings an over to the end. 7 gone, 76 for 6.
Right, fun fact brought to you by Dafa News. This is my favorite part of the game. Sachin Tendulkar's most frequent victim in international cricket was Inzamam ul Haq, who he dismissed 8 times. Wow. Now that's a fact. Interesting fact.
Well, all what I remember when Sachin used to bowl was that dismissal of Moin Khan last day of that particular day in the test match, and Moin Khan had no clue about that delivery which went between his legs.
Well, Sachin was a very handy bowler as well. He's won games for India with his bowling on several occasions. Absolute legend of the game, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. Meanwhile, it's 7 for 6. 77 for 6 in 7.1 overs. Fujairah need to get to that 100-run mark. The score predictor says they will, but for that they'll need to bat the 10 overs. Just 4 wickets away from being all out. Fujairah. Ahmad Raza, a bowler who has to bat today and make sure the team reaches that 100-run mark. Meanwhile, up in the air, played towards the third man, will get a single.
They're looking for these boundaries and sixes here, Fujairah. And they need it big time. They need it without any further delays. Nilanj Keswani, look at his bowling figures there. There is an appeal coming in. Now this is scintillating stuff here from this kid. At this early age, you are troubling the batsmen of pure class in this region. You are something special. Nilansh Keswani, you have a bright future, kid. 2 overs, 14 runs, 3 wickets in a T10 game.
Absolutely. What I like about him the most is his self-confidence, his self-belief that he can bowl to anyone and everyone. And he has that confidence, that body language says it all. At that young age, I think it is a big plus to have.
Absolutely, and there's a loud appeal coming in, and not out, says the umpire. Well, we'll have to closely watch what just happened there. And Mohammad Hassan was completely convinced that that will be given out. Not to be so.
Well, that looked very close to me. That looked very, very close to me. Ahmed Raza is definitely lucky to be still out there in the middle.
Definitely. Was right in front and was below the knee roll. Even the leg stump was visible. I was wondering. Meanwhile, end of over number 8. 80 for 6.
Eight overs, 80 for 6. Decent total on board. A lot of wickets fallen. This time played again with soft hands. 12, in fact 11 legal deliveries left now. We'll quickly go back to that Ahmed Raza appeal. Looked very, very close to me. The umpires think otherwise.
Well, that was right in front. Meanwhile, Ahmed Raza still out there. That is very important as long as Fujairah is concerned. And there is Hazrat Luqman out there. And this time up in the air, wide of the long on fielder. Makes a valiant effort. But that will be a boundary for Hamdan Tahir. Now, acceleration coming in, regardless where it comes from, as long as they keep coming, Fujairah will be happy.
Yes, every run counts here, and all these runs that they get in the end overs are going to be crucial when they come out to defend whatever total they get on the board. Hamdan is playing a good handy knock here. 7 deliveries, 11 runs.
Ali Anwar. This time driven wide of the long off fielder. He'll come down collected, looking for 2. Rightly sent back by Hamdan. Now they have faced around 15 balls together. They should be out there to face the remaining 9 balls and try to capitalize, get a couple of big hits. Check the sound of the seats out there in the stadium. A couple of them maybe.
Yes, some big hits needed, of course, for Ahmed Raza and his team. This time trying to go big, just not able to connect. Will get a single. Double O. Ali, he's got double O on his jersey. The bowler, Ali, has double O on his jerseys. Look at that. Nice number to have.
Yeah.
007.
No. Double O reminds you of Herschel Gibbs, isn't it? The man, the legend of South Africa. One of the finest opening batsmen produced in the world of cricket. What a good over as far as the contest of the game is concerned here. Finding it difficult to get these boundaries. I wonder why Hazrat Luqman has been held back. He has proven to be one of the finest hitters of the ball as far as the tail is concerned. However, Hamdan doing a decent job here. 13 of 9. Need a lot more.
In the slot, played over and wide of that long on fielder. So that shot that you're talking about, testing those chairs, almost there. Ahmad Raza, a good hit, a valiant hit. And when you bowl in the slot for Ahmad Raza, he likes to free his arms. He's done that on many occasions, and this one is no different. 6 for Ahmad Raza and 6 for Team Fujairah.
And with the help of that 6, he has booked a plot after getting the ball in that slot. 94 for 6 in 9, Fujairah. Final over of the innings, Mohammad Hassan to Hamdan Tahir, and wide of the long on fielder there on that occasion, looking for 2. Hamdan too slow to turn. Fahad Nawaz, one of the finest fielders, a very impressive cricketer, and looks like this team, Dubai, works wonders for him.
Fun fact brought to you by the Fun News. David Travolta Mutendera, who played one test match for Zimbabwe in 2000, was named after John Travolta, the Hollywood actor. Up in the air, the fielder coming underneath it, it's Fahad Nawaz, and he finally takes it with a good diving effort. Ahmad Raza is dismissed. A slight fumble, but everything is safe in the end. A good fielder takes a very good catch.
And look at that, it was in the slot. It just did not get enough power to it. Did not time it to perfection as well. And a fumble, but fumble still not good enough. Still good enough that it did not pop out way beyond his reach. Fahad Nawaz ensuring that he dismisses Ahmad Raza with that catch. Out for 16 of 10. And it makes way for Hazrat Luqman. And more importantly, for Dubai is that Luqman will not be on strike.
Yes, Luqman has the ability to hit quite a few out of the park. 30 years of age, 11 matches, 48 runs, strike rate of 192.
Now that matters at this stage when you're talking about final 4 balls of the innings. That strike rate matters. And I think that's one of the reasons why the strike rate is up, because he has stood up to the occasion. Such cameos helps the team. And it helped Fujairah in the finals of the first edition as well. Meanwhile, after flick of the wrist by Hamdan Tahir, ball's racing away towards the square leg boundary, and it will be a boundary. Good looking shot here by Hamdan Tahir.
Well, Hamdan is playing a role that was needed from the top order. He's come out, he's expressed himself, he's played the shots in the gaps. Minimum risk, maximum result.
Well, always likes to play long, deep and bat more number of deliveries, but this format and the time that he has come in demands a special knock. That special 18-run cameo is actually helping Fujairah cross that 3-figure mark.
Good delivery, a very good comeback delivery from Hassan. A slower ball into the block hole. Very difficult to score runs of such deliveries.
Unless you're a Kyron Pollard with that immense power. Dot ball is like gold dust at this stage. And that's Ahmad Raza for you. Was very disappointed not to get that ball out of the park, on which he got out. Driven hard towards Nilanj Keswani. Keeps it down to a single, which will bring Hazrat Luqman on strike.
2 deliveries left. And the score is 100 now. They've crossed the 3-figure mark. 2 deliveries left now. Hazrat Lukman on strike. He would want at least one out of these 2 to go all the way.
And 102 they were chasing last night. Shoaib?
Outside off, slashed hard towards the cover fielder. Will go for 2 runs and gets them in the end. Just 2 runs. So that will bring Lukman on strike for the last delivery of the innings. Oh, in fact, it's end of 10 overs. And they've got the same score on board that they had in the last game.
They had to chase in the last game, Shoaib, which they did not against Sharjah. 102 for 7. Again, batting collapsing here for Fujairah. And that's a happy looking team here of Dubai. They look satisfied. Shahrukh looks motivated and satisfied with the kind of score that they have to chase down. 103 is what they have to get in their allotted 10 overs. And let's quickly look at how things are fared here. This is the batting summary of team Fujairah. Chirag Suri, 29 of 12. Mohammad Wasim getting out on a single digit, 4 of 3, a very rare scenario. Alishan Sharfu, 8 of 10. And then the next man that got into double figures was Ahmed Raza, 16 of 10. And Hamdan Tahir, 19 of 13. Jiju, Usman and Mohammad Wasim all out on single digits. With the help of 4 extras, they've managed 102 in their allotted 10 overs.
Yes, and Dubai, on the other hand, will be pretty happy with their bowling performance. Vinayak Vijayan was expensive, gave away 15 runs, got a wicket. Mohammad Farooq got 2 wickets and bowled brilliantly for his 2 overs, gave away just 8 runs. And Nilanj Keswani was the pick of the bowlers, 2 overs, 14 runs, 3 wickets and an economy of 7, which is excellent in a T10 format. After the end of 10 overs, the final score is 102 for 7.
Let's quickly check how the game had fared here in this game. Wasim got a boundary and could not capitalize onto it. This is how he was dismissed. And then some shots coming in from Alishan Sharfu and Chirag Suri. They looked promising, the kind of partnership that they were going on with. However, after departure of Chirag, things looked very difficult. Played a very handsome knock, 29. And then it was a difficult task, an uphill task for Fujairah to actually get to a very competitive total. All what they could manage is 102 after some cameo innings coming in from Ahmed Raza and Hamdan Tahir.
Yes, some shots played in the end by Hamdan Tahir, who finally got them to 102 for the loss of 7 wickets. Some big hits from Ahmed Raza. And some wickets in the end as well. This was a good catch, a very good catch there from Wajid. Chiju again falling cheaply. Ahmed with that favourite shot of mine for the day with the still scoop. Will have to be called the Raza scoop now. And Nilanj Keswani, what a great bowler. Such great attitude towards the game, always fighting. He is a real fighter out there in the middle. Some shots here and there and finally somehow managing to get to that total of 102 runs, which is a decent total. Now it all depends on how they will defend that. Finally they're getting to that total of 102 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. But before we get to the run chase, we have Neil out there in the middle and he is with Nilanj Keswani.
All right, so the mighty Fujairah have been stalled at just 102. And the Terminator-in-Chief is this young lad, Nilanj Keswani. 3 wickets for 14 runs. Nilanj, well done.
Thank you, thank you.
So, normally I've seen you come in open the bowling attack. Today you came in on the 5th over. What was the plan there?
I think the plan was just to start with paces because all the game's paces have been working out on this wicket. So yeah, that was just the plan and then I'm glad that it worked out.
For you, as a bowler, it's never an issue to either open the bowling attack or to come midway through. You know your things and get your wickets. Chirag Suri, how was that wicket planned?
That was really good wicket. Like, it was a good achievement of mine because he is I think one of the best players of spin in the country. So I think it was a really good achievement of mine to get him out.
Well, you've done well, but it's just halfway done. Go ahead and rest up. The second innings just about to start.
Thank you.
So, 103 to win. What will happen? Get back to you when the second innings start.
All right, so we are here back again for this run chase of 103 runs. Dubai, they have a target of 103 in their allotted 10 overs, and out are the umpires. They are walking, making their way in to officiate this game, this run chase, the last 10 overs. And joining me in the comm box is legendary Sir K.R. Nair. Welcome.
Thanks, Asim. A gettable total. At the same time, it has to be planned well, because always a gettable total has sometimes can be derailed. You know how they derail is done by the bowling team through shrewd planning, and the planning is done by none other than UAE captain Ahmed Rasa, who has seen a lot of cricket.
Absolutely. And now what is important here is the fact that you have to look at your oppositions and learn from what strengths they applied against you. It can be the opposition that is playing today. It can be the opposition that played in the last game, last night. Sharjah had a similar total to defend. They defended against a heavy batting lineup of Fujairah. They can be positive with the kind of bowling attack that they have. It's just about breaking through the shackles of the opening pair. That is Wajid and Fahad Nawaz, who's making their way out in the center.
All
Now it is very important that they break through this opening pair here, because Fahad Nawaz is the man of D10. He has been scoring at a brisk pace and showed his class in the very first game as well. Scored a half century. Unfortunately, team did not win it, but again, he will be coming out with loads of confidence backing him up.
It's early wickets is always a boost, but to find the gaps, to keep the score moving, to go for the big shots, all these are in the mind, but to execute is vital. As we always say, you have to think on your toes, pick the correct delivery. The delivery to be executed, brilliantly executed through the gaps, is what we love to watch. Let's see what's in store.
And this is Ayaz. 7 matches, 23 runs and 2 wickets for him. A loud appeal, but not a convincing one there from Ayaz.
That ball was high up and umpire promptly turned it down. But first ball, on the line, on the target, that's what is needed.
Absolutely. Now, what they have to do is break through initially, because one man that can turn out to be a nightmare for Fujairah is this man, Fahad Nawaz. Because the kind of shots that he has every shot in his book, in his armory.
That's a perfectly played with the middle of the bat. There's nothing like taking the ball in the middle of the bat, you know. It adds to the confidence. But, of course, he is batting there with the confidence of a nice knock. A good knock adds to the confidence, and then you come and execute it. But execution of the right ball to be picked perfectly and executed. That's what is needed of the hour.
Absolutely. Ayaz continuing here. And shorter in length. Missing it completely. Premeditating it. Coming down the track. And did not get any bat onto it.
Always after a shot is played, players do play the shadow shot, which is the correct shot, but most of the time you don't connect it.
Well, what matters is the shadow that is showing up during the live action, isn't it?
But that also shows I know to play that shot, but I didn't play that.
Now this is good bowling. This is very good bowling from Ayaz. He saw the batsman move away and immediately improvised on his line.
Yes, that's why at the point of delivery, coaches tell you, look at the spot, at the place where you are going to bowl. Earlier days, you know, many times when you start off bowling, you come and bowl full rank, not looking where to bowl.
Absolutely. Mr. Nair, and more importantly, in the modern day cricket, you have to keep an eye on the batsman as well, not only on your spot. You have to look at the batsman every time. Meanwhile, a hoik down towards the mid-wicket, pulled it, but does not have enough legs to beat Zahid Ali.
Years ago, when coaches used to tell, they used to tell, concentrate, look at the good length spot, bowl there. But today, things are changed that you have to look at the batsman, his height, his reach.
Absolutely. And these are the bunch of boys who have come down all the way from Abu Dhabi and are witnessing what exactly is happening from the surface. They're early, they are in, they are watching what is happening, and they will be out there to execute it against the team that has been dominant in this tournament. Meanwhile, up in the air, Mohammad Wasim back paddling and takes it comfortably. Big wicket here, Mr. Nair. Fahad Nawaz walking back.
That was an unnecessary shot to be played, and that is it. Actually, he was toying with the certain shot, ambitious shots, And you might see he has not connected it fully. He has played it a one-handed shot. And when you go for such a shot, execute it completely so that it covers the batsman. It goes beyond the fielder and into the boundary.
Absolutely. And what a first over. The need of the hour, that's what the doctors ordered, that's what the coaches ordered. 2 for 1 after 1, Team Dubai. Mohammad Ayaz, what a first over up front here by him, the left arm quickie. And Fahad Nawaz, number 5, made his way back to the pavilion. And that makes way for the young Kai Smith.
Kai Smith is a wicket keeper. He was kept well, young talent. Confidence is what matters. Age is not what matters today. If Sachin Tendulkar could play Waka Yunus at the age of 16, they can do it, and Kai Smith is just 16. Long way to go. 10 matches, 90 runs, strike rate 120. Brilliant for a youngster.
All what he have to do is just ensure that he gets a big knock. Meanwhile, Hazrat Luqman from the far end. Well, the man who throws bullets from his hands, made in Peshawar bullets. Look at that. 11 matches, has picked up 7 wickets with an economy of 10.4, has conceded 217 runs. And as far as the format, this quick, entertaining format is concerned, I think I'll take that economy.
Luqman has the look of a fierce bowler.
2 slips in place here. And Upish, played it Upish, but lands in safely. They complete 2. Now, that disappoints the captain Ahmed Raza there. Wasn't happy with the kind of effort that was put in by the fielder. Should have at least stopped 2.
Actually, it landed in the no man's land, you know. So it's unfortunate when your captain has set a very good field and it lands in a place where there is no man.
And that is Aditya Shetty, the wonder kid, as how we have termed him. And looks like he has some skills behind the camera. Photography, still photography.
Reminds me of Anil Kumble during his playing days. All the day he used to walk with a camera.
I'm talking about Anil Kumble. He belongs to the same state where Kumble comes from Karnataka. Aditya Shetty. Meanwhile, what a glorious looking shot here from Kai Smith. Straight down the ground. And when you can hit Hazrat Luqman that straight, I think you've got a lot of potential in you.
Yes. The word Smith reminds me of Graham Smith, and only thing, Graham Smith looked hefty. This is a young boy, but the shot was played beautiful.
Absolutely. Now, Hazrat Luqman, you can expect a bumper coming up front against Kai Smith. Down the leg side, wide, just overcorrecting himself. And that overcorrection has resulted in 1-run penalty to the bowling side, resulted in an extra run.
Whenever a shot is played, young or old, you have to focus on the line and length. That is very, very important.
Well, interesting field setup here. In a T10 format, I don't remember when was 2 slips being taken. Once again, an Upish looking shot there. No third man in place. And the fielder, Jiju Janardhanan, could not do much about it. He was kept backward point. Third man, not sure why he was brought in.
He converged on the ball, but converted it into a four.
Well, not intended to play there. He intended to play it over the extra cover region. But getting a thick outside edge, and if you are playing with a lot of courage. Fortune favors the brave, as we say. He made full use of the opportunity, knew that even if he gets a thick edge, it will fly beyond the 30-yard circle.
I think the slips, the number of slips encouraged him to play those shots. Now that slips have been taken away, there's only one slip.
And this is good catch. Excellent, Ahmed Raza. If you closely look at that catch here, he was back paddling and was just trying to figure out whether he needs to turn back or whether he needs to go sideways. And eventually what he did was the correct thing, ensured that had the eye on the ball right till the end, till he grabbed it. Look at that.
And another thing, he was trying to hit too much in the air. You know, luck, you can have it, but it's very difficult. Kai Smith out for 10. Kota Ahmed about Lukman. Second wicket has fallen at unlucky 13.
Certain numbers fetch you wickets. And at 1.5 over mark, 13 for 2. And Hazrat Lukman striking in his first over. And the 10 over formats have been quite impressive for this particular gentleman. And talking about gentlemen, we have an 18-year-old vice captain of Dubai, Ronak Panoli. 2 matches, 31 runs with a strike rate of 221.
It's lovely to watch a stream of young under 20 players coming out to bat. This shows that UAE cricket has a bright future. A lot of youngsters who are gaining exposure here.
And that is the end of Wajid. Now, looking for that biggie over the long on region where he fancies a lot towards mid-wicket, wide of long on. And Hazrat Lukman says, you miss and I hit. Look at that. Getting an inside edge onto the middle of the middle stick.
Actually, it kept a bit low too. He wanted to play a shot, ambitious shot, and that he paid the penalty and for a duck. Baul Lukman.
Golden duck, as they say. 2 overs gone, 13 for 3. Dubai in deep trouble. Brilliant looking bowling here. Lukman will be confident that he has picked up 2 in the very first over. You just have 2 overs here and you have to showcase the best what you've got. And just as we talk about best, the captain Shahrukh has walked in. Captain and vice captain in the center. In 2 matches he just has 1 run. Now that stat needs to go up if they want to stand a chance to put some points on the table. Both the teams are hungry to get points on the table.
It's very, very important. It was a gettable total. You have made it tough, losing 3 wickets for 13 runs in just 2 overs.
This looks like a 130, 140 target now. After losing 3 early wickets without even having a fine start. Now this is Zahid Ali, a man to watch out for in the coming years. 28 years old, comes from the district of city of Lahore. And this is the very first game that he'll be playing in the Emirates D10.
He has the looks of an excellent bowler. So let's see whether he delivers it.
Pitched it up, inviting the batsman to go after the ball. He did, but straight to the fielder.
Those who have played in Lahore played the hard way. There are certain cities where cricket is played very hard. Lahore, Karachi, in India, Bombay, Delhi. All these places are places where cricket is played hard. And now, even suburb, thanks to PSL and IPL, these even from remote areas, young talents emerging.
Absolutely. And sticking to his basics here on this occasion, Zahid Ali, a lean, fast bowler. Usually you do not find fast bowlers that athletic, that quick in terms of their fielding abilities, but he's one of those who can actually impress you even with his fielding.
Today, it has reached a stage where the fun fact, Kumar Sangakkara holds the record for having scored the most test runs, 12,400, without ever taking a test wicket.
That's an interesting stat. Now, being a wicket keeper, can't be expecting him to have wickets. But yes, we have seen wicket keepers throwing away the gloves, coming and bowling.
Another gentleman cricketer who is, actually I always feel that he is the most articulate captain. It was a delight to interview him because you will get a very good copy. Because you know that he had studied for law, he would have become an advocate, and so he beautifully gives you his pick of words as a class. So when we write the copy, when we transcribe, it's a nice copy. He will describe the game beautifully.
And a change in the field setup here. A short fine leg fielder brought in the short third man region. There is a backward point inside the circle. There is a point, orthodox point. There is an extra cover inside the circle who is up, single saving. There's a... And look at that. Good ball. And just going to the same fielder who was actually brought in there. Good bowling so far. Good start for Zahid.
It's very important. This pair settles down quick and executes the stroke. Early wickets have put pressure on these two youngsters. And when the field setting is done by UAE captain, it is bound to be very difficult to pierce. There he has gone on to long on.
This time up in the air. And it is gone on the roof, over our head. Is it?
It's
not to be so, not to be so. I beg your pardon. Have to quickly check what just happened there. Played up, kept going. Good looking hit there by Ronak Panoli. It was pitched in the slot. He was waiting for the ball there. And making no mistakes, pouncing on the opportunity and taking Zahid downtown for a maximum.
Has the look of Daniel Vittori when he is there with his specs.
Good delivery to compensate. And that will bring the over to an end. 3 gone, 22 for 3 Dubai. Let's quickly look at the broadcast partners of FanCode Emirates D10. You can watch us on FanCode in India and subcontinent, eLive, Crick Live in UAE, on Do and Switch TV as well. Willow TV in USA and Canada, Live Media in Bangladesh. And we have a new streaming partner, Jio Super in Pakistan. And rest of the world who are tech savvy, log into Facebook. Go to my Sports Eye page to find out the live action. And this is an ITW NSF 360 digital production for Emirates Cricket Board.
Ronak Panoli, as a 12-year-old in 2015, he cracked a century in 43 balls for Gems Modern Academy in a Max Talent Inter-School tournament.
Well, interesting. You have to keep a tab on the domestic circuit and about the history of the players that are playing in front of you.
It has been my pleasure to always write about school cricketers, and that has helped me a lot.
That's Yasir Kaleem on your left, along with Sanchit Sharma, Coach Abdullah, Fayaz, Mudassir Ali. A bumper treated with an uppercut by Ronak Panoli. And now I think he has heard you, Mr. Nair, about reminding him of that 43-ball century.
Not only that, once he cracked a whirlwind knock of 256 of 72 balls in under 14 2020 inter-school tournament.
Interesting. Now reliving those moments. Excellent looking shot, and to play that ball. And I'm really surprised with the kind of bowling that was bowled here by Hazrat Luqman. You're bowling a bumper without a third man in place. This can be the silliest thing that you would be doing. A slower delivery, cut away towards cover point, and two taken there. Jiju Janardhanan, number 91, cutting it down. Will not be able to stop two of these fresh legs.
Talking about squacketing, in the air. Once I was with Gavaskar had come here and one UAE batsman squacket for a six. And he told that in his playing days, coaches used to play squacket all along the ground.
Playing with soft hands. This time not a square cut, but yes, a delicate looking late cut towards the short third region. Ayaz managing to keep it down for a single. That will bring Shahrukh on strike. And a lot of responsibility on the captain's shoulders here. 3.4 overs, 31 for 3. And
that was a loud appeal, which actually it was going down the stumps. So the umpire was properly turned it down. In the meantime, they've stolen a single.
absolutely, it was a close call there by Hazrat Luqman. It was a close one, but I think you can probably give it as a benefit of doubt. Slightly drifting down there, Mr. Nair.
Yes, we could make out, and umpires are in a better position.
And moreover, all three stumps visible. You definitely need to be very lucky to get that dismissal.
Most of the time, bowlers are very confident. You should see the way Dennis Lilly used to appeal. The umpire will think twice before saying not out. And later on, we saw.
That brings it over to the end. 4 overs gone, 33 for 3. Fujairah, so far so good here for Fujairah. 1 over 2 runs and 1 wicket for Mohammad Ayaz. Hazrat Luqman, 2 overs, picked up 2 wickets and went for 21 runs. Ronak Panoli, 18 unbeaten.
Always a partnership is very crucial at this stage.
And look at this. This is the best delivery that Zahoor Khan has in his armory. He bowled it on the very first ball. And look at the eye of this little kid waiting for the ball right till the end. Anticipated that it's going to be a shorter delivery and a slower one. Waited for it and slashed it hard. Slashed it for a boundary. 37 for 3. This is the 5th over in progress, and they would have to accelerate because the required run rate is inching closer to 12 and over.
To hit one of the best bowlers in UAE cricket in this manner would have added a lot to his confidence. Shahur Khan, 19 ODIs, 22 T20s, international matches, and remember former Pakistan all-rounder Mudassar Nasser, who is the high-performance manager here, had told that Shahur has a bright future.
Absolutely. And why is it so? Is for the fact, meanwhile, Zahoor is taken for runs here by Shahrukh Sheikh and Ronak Panoli. This was out of syllabus, sort of an assault here against Zahoor Khan. Look at this. One leg in the air, the other on top of the ball and bouncing it, pulling it towards the mid-wicket region for a boundary. Now, what this will do is this best bowler in the side is going for runs. Now, this will boost the confidence of the batsman to follow.
Like I talked about Panoli, and he was reminded of his past. He went for his shots. Similarly, I think Shahur Khan's past also we can discuss. So he might regain his line and leg.
Usually we have commentators' curse, but this is commentators' blessing. Now,
in 2019 T20, he bowled a wicket maiden, Shahur Khan. So he is capable of doing that, but today he has given away runs. That is cricket. One day you are a hero, and sometimes you turn into a zero.
absolutely, but too early to call him a zero. You get hit for runs because this format is made in such a way that you're bound to get hit for runs. If you're not, you are an outstanding bowler. But if you do, that does not mean that you are the worst bowler in the team. It's just that the batsman has outplayed you. You have to stand and appreciate.
You know, Shahur Khan is one who broke a 21-year-old UAE record for best bowling spell in ODI in 2017 against Ireland. He broke the record of Shaukat Dakhanwala, who had bagged 5 for 29 against Netherlands when UAE played in the 1996 World Cup in Lahore. Shahur bagged 6 for 34 from 6.3 overs, including a hat-trick. That's the man there. He can do it. But today he is wavering in length. Let's see. He gets back and puts up a big fight.
Absolutely. And this is what the teams will be actually keeping an eye on. Current run rate 9.3. Required run rate 11.09. Difference is not much. It is just about a couple of good deliveries or a couple of bad deliveries to turn it in your favor.
Exactly. That is bad deliveries, loose match.
Absolutely. And Zahoor right in the block hole there. Shy of the keeper's end there, but making it on time and no direct hit will ensure safety for Ronak Panoli. Now, one thing which is very important is the fact that we have seen that Zahoor Khan has been very effective in the slower deliveries. During IPL, he was a part of the Mumbai Indians camp, and when he used to bowl those slower bumpers in the nets, it was Jasprit Bumrah who was really inspired by his bowling style, by the slower deliveries. And when he came up to him, he wanted to understand how he is doing it. And now when an international bowler who's representing India comes and asks for suggestions and tips, that itself tells you that you have a lot of talent in you.
It's a great honor for UAE too, because Shahur sparkled alongside some of the best Indian bowlers, and he was called for the IPL nets. It would have been great if he would have represented UAE and played in the IPL, but having played in many leagues now in Canada and other places, many league invites are on his way. He is one of the finest bowlers in especially in the shorter format.
Absolutely. T10s and the T20s, he specializes in delivering his best. But today, it's in the air, and Hazrat Luqman makes no mistake. This is what comeback is all about, Mr. Ayad. This is what class is all about. This is what experience is all about.
That's what was on display. And looks like it was nice of me to remind his past again, because it looks like when Panoli was batting well, I reminded of his past, and now Shaur Khan, and he gets a wicket.
Well, commentators' blessings. Mr. Nair brings in for the players. That's the end of Ronak Panoli. And 43 for 4. That is end of 5. 43 for 4 here, Dubai. And to take things further for the final 5 overs in this run chase, we'll be changing the voice in the com box. It's Neil Oja joining Shoaib Ahmed.
Five overs gone, 43 for 4. And Ahmed Raza has quickly bowled his first ball of this match. With me in the com box is Neil. And Neil, what do you think? Ahmed Raza coming in the 5th over. Would you have brought him a little bit earlier?
These guys have picked up 4 wickets. From what I see, I don't see they've done anything wrong. The runs, well, the batsmen are there to score runs. That's what their job is. In 5 overs, they've got 44. But what these guys have done, Fujairah, they've done really well. 4 big wickets, a chance for a second. And they'll take 2. 46 for 4 in 5.3. Farooq and Shahrukh. Sounds like a community in Murdiff.
Farooq and Shahrukh. Well, it's Shahrukh, like the great Shah Rukh Khan.
A single there. Interestingly, Shah Rukh's pet name within the team is Sheru. This time wanted to hoik it, but all he could do is send the ball to square leg. We'll get a single there. Looks like a lean meat eating Sheru.
Yes, he looks very fit, Shahrukh Sheikh. And skipper will have a big role to play in this match if they want to make a match of it. 6 overs are up and the score is 48 for 4.
It's going to be Wasim with the responsibility of bowling from the pavilion end. Hasn't been successful with the bat today. Will try to make amends with the ball. 11 matches, 49 runs he's given. Long off will have to do a little bit extra work. Not very successful with that though. Couple of runs.
Yes, tight singles there. Tight 2 runs. Ran the first run hard and then came back for the second. So good running. When you are not getting those boundaries, it's always good to keep rotating. That will put pressure on the bowler because no bowler likes quick running between the wickets on their deliveries.
Low full toss there will get a single. 51 for 4. Wasim bowling his first. 52 runs required of 22 deliveries. Sharjah Cricket Stadium, that's the venue. The historic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. What a beautiful setting this. They've done up this entire pavilion very recently. .42, 52 beg your pardon, of 22. Wasim.
Again in the slot there for Farooq, not being able to connect that ball. Well, I have a feeling here Shahrukh is going to go after Mohammad Wasim here. They will want to target the bowler. In the meanwhile, Sharjah Cricket Stadium holds the Guinness World Record for 241 ODIs hosted at this venue. What a wonderful venue this is for cricket. Some great matches have been played here.
Stepping down there, Shahrukh. Not really reaching to the length of the ball. We'll get a single. Single for all that hard work. Farooq on strike, 4 of 4. Shahrukh 12 of 11. They'll have to better their settings.
This time again in the slot, a wild heave, swing of the bat. Not just able to connect the ball from the meat. Ball trickling away towards the square leg region. Will get a single.
It's been a good over so far from Wasim's perspective and Fujairah's perspective as well. Something that Wasim is disgruntled about. Just asked Ali Shan Sharfu, who's standing at long off, to go a few steps back and stick to the boundary instead of coming in a few yards.
Good bowling. This is good bowling from Mohammad Wasim. He's kept it tight and he's done his job for the team with the ball. 7 overs gone, 55 for 4. Right, so fun fact brought to you by The Fun News. 6 men have scored 99 not out in a test innings. Jeffrey Boycott, Steve Waugh, Sean Pollock, Andrew Hall, Misbah-ul Haq and Alex Tudor.
Well, one of those men, in fact the first name on that list, Jeffrey Boycott. Talk about him in a bit. Ahmed Raza from the far end. First ball. Single there. I've been lucky enough to share the commentary box with Sir Geoffrey Boycott. It was during the Pakistan-England series here in the UAE. A swing and a miss there. And I was on my left, I had Sir Geoffrey Boycott. On my right, I had outside the off stump there. He stumped him, has he? Well planned, well executed. A freebie gifting him a wicket. There you go. What a plan.
Well, this time Ahmed Raza was way too slower in the air. The previous ball was darted in. This time just giving a little bit of air, playing a little bit too early, and that is out. That is clearly out. Well, what a great delivery. It is a wide, but he's got a wicket, and that is more important. A big wicket.
A deliberate wide. He knew that the batsman would want to reach out to the ball. And you picked it right. Bowled it a little slow through the air. Mistimed completely. Farooq got off balance, and the wicketkeeper doing a very neat job. Good planning and execution between the skipper, Ahmed Raza, and wicketkeeper Hamdan.
Well, now the target is looking even more difficult as every wicket falls. The new man in is Ali Anwar, 26 years of age, 11 matches, 34 runs, strike rate of 200. Again, darting in Ahmed Raza, bowling it in the block hole, doing Rohan Mustafa. Well, you've seen that, right? I mean, we've seen that in the D10 format. A lot of spinners are using that technique of bowling it and darting the Yorkers in. They don't bowl the regulatory, that stock balls. They try to dart everything in to the block hole.
This time playing uppishly over the bowler's head. We'll just get a single. And that'll be the, oh no, just a single in fact. 59 for 5 after 7.4. Ahmed Raza. This time, up in the air, middled it well and will be maximum.
Good shot there from Ali, the left-handed batsman. It was in the slot for him. It was darted in quicker and well-timed just over the bowler. Never mind that, it's still a 6. Another shot, this time outside off, over the covers fielder. Won't go all the way, will get a couple of runs. So Ali is clearly come out with a plan, and he is making use of that quick bowling from Ahmed Raza. 8 overs are up, and the score reads 67 for 5.
Nice power play.
Alright, so Mohammad Ayaz starting the proceedings there for Fujairah. 1 over, 2 runs and a wicket. What a phenomenal spell of that 1 over. Hazrat Luqman has picked up 2 wickets in his 2 overs, giving away 21 runs. And a wicket each for Ahmed Raza and Zahoor Khan. Reckon it's going to be Zahoor Khan from the pavilion end. 2 more overs to go. Zahoor 1, Ayaz 1. And if these 2 guys bowl well, Fujairah 1. Actually 2. 2 points is what Fujairah will get. But both these teams, they have lost their opening games. This is the second game. Would want to have those points against their names. Zahoor Khan. Stepping down. Just get a single there.
Yes, a good delivery there from Zahoor Khan. He is a specialist in this format. And the score is a little bit on the higher side now. 35 needed of 11 deliveries. Penultimate over in progress. We all know this is the most important over in a run chase. It can make or break the result of a match, and Zahoor Khan is the right bowler to be bowling that penultimate over for Fujairah.
Undoubtedly. He's done well for his team today. Had to finish really well. Yorker and delivery straight to cover. There's a chance. Direct hit, and I think he's gone. What a brilliant throw. Usman, take a bow. Shahrukh Sheikh on the receiving end of that throw will have to take that long walk back. The umpire has nonetheless asked for help, I think, but Shahrukh doesn't think he needs help. He's walking back.
Well, he knows he's well short of his ground. He's already walking back to the pavilion, and this could be the final nail in the coffin here. Shahrukh Sheikh, the last recognized batsman, he just stopped in the middle for a half a second, and that has cost him his wicket here. A brilliant fielding effort from Usman Khan. High class, top quality stuff here.
Well, yes. When you have direct hits like these, more often than not, you'll find the batsmen short of their ground. This time Shahrukh was found short by more than a few inches.
The new man in jersey number 23, Mohammad Hassan. Well, now it looks very, very difficult from here on for Dubai to get to that 102-run mark. That looks close, and it is given back-to-back wickets in this over. Zahoor Khan strikes this time. That looked plumb the moment it hit the pads, and the umpire did not take even a second to decide that it was out. Zahoor Khan gets another wicket.
What a brilliant delivery there. Front on. Had moved across Hassan and had no reason why the umpire shouldn't have raised that finger. Mohammad Hassan goes on a golden duck. LBW Zahoor. Good old days when we used to see a quacking duck every time the batsman would get out.
Nostalgic.
And honestly, as a batsman, I used to feel that it's so embarrassing that you got out on the first ball and then there is a duck that's walking alongside you.
Good old days. They don't do that anymore.
No, I don't think so. That
they could have a 3D duck now with the graphic improvement we've got with the modern technology.
What a delivery there. Entertainment galore. It's Vinayak Vijayan who's come in now. 68 for 7.
Zahoor Khan doing his job for the team here. Experienced Zahoor Khan. Likes to take challenges. Delivering here for his team. 8 balls, 35 runs. Good delivery again, darting onto the stumps, targeting those wickets. Vijayan managing to get a single of that delivery.
Well, yes, I mean, when Ahmed Raza handed over the ball to Zahoor, he would have told him that, listen, when you go out and bowl, keep at least 15 odd runs for Ayaz. But what Zahoor has done is, he said, skipper, don't worry, I'm just going to finish this off right here.
Another darting Yorker in from Zahoor Khan. You can't score runs off such deliveries. A good ball to end the over. 9 overs up and the score is 70 for 7.
Right, last over there. 33 runs required. It's Wasim who's been given the responsibility to bowl that last over. Now, by means of which, this is going to be really, really interesting. Ayaz will probably end up with that 1 over, 1 wicket and 2 runs. Surely the most economic spell in this season.
Absolutely, he wants to keep it that way. Oh, good delivery here. Again, into the block hole. Executing those Yorkers well, Mohammad Wasim. And now it's just a formality to finish the proceedings here. Fujairah getting those 2 points on the table in a matter of few deliveries. This time played up in the air, and is it in the gap? No, Ahmed Raza couldn't side the ball and could not get to the ball to take that catch.
Well, that's right. Ahmed Raza, otherwise a very, very good fielder. You keep him anywhere in the outfield. This time slashed. A single to deep extra cover. An absolute anticlimax, to say so. The way it started, the way Dubai bowled, they kept Fujairah in check. Then, the moment they came to bat, literally nothing went their way. Losing wickets at regular intervals. Now 1 delivery to go and 27 runs required.
Well, Dubai just lost it in the middle. They had a decent start, but that's what... Wicket. Oh, another wicket on the last delivery. So, an anticlimax for Team Dubai. They were never in the chase. And on the last delivery, they've got a piece of a delivery from Mohammad Wasim. Look at that, darting Yorker right into the block hole. And Ali had no answers to that. With that ball, it is victory for Fujairah. They've won this game comfortably. They've got them for just a meager 76 runs. And 2 crucial points for Team Fujairah.
Absolutely, winning by 26 runs there. Dubai not really on task with their batting. Fujairah on the winning side. The skipper Ahmed Raza would be extremely happy that what they couldn't really achieve with the bat, the boys achieved with the ball. And they've contributed really, really well. An amazing showcase of talent. A bunch of youngsters though in the Dubai side. They did well though. They did really well.
Yes, a learning experience for Team Dubai. They've always promoted the youngsters. They came up against a very strong Fujairah side today who were excellent on the day. Did well with the bat and then came back strongly to defend that score of 102 runs. Ahmed Raza, he's a happy skipper. Finally getting those 2 points on the table.
The rollers are out, and you know why. Because there's another game that is about to start. This is how it is. Dubai coming into bat to chase 103 runs. as well. Got a few shots going. This one was taken for a few hits. Then there was change in bowling. But before that, look at this. These are some really good shots. Ahmed Raza there, I told you, he's a splendid hand when it comes to the outfield. A couple of wickets there. Shah has been taking the runs. Lookman coming back. This is what happens when you bowl those quicker ones. Batsmen will use the pace of the ball.
Yes, you could see that Zahoor Khan mixing it up nicely this time. That slower delivery again, just a little outside off, and that's why the batters got the opportunity to free the arms. This time it was much closer, and you could see Ronak Panoli giving that catch. A wide delivery from Ahmed Raza got a wicket, and those starting deliveries were hit for some big sixes.
Zahoor Khan then coming back at the back end, and that direct hit. What a good throw there. Got rid of 2 wickets in 2 deliveries. There was a run out followed by an LBW, and Wasim cleaning up on the last delivery of the inning. What a way to finish the game. Wasim didn't deliver with the bat, but delivered really well with the ball.
Yes, Fujairah getting those 2 crucial points on the board. We'll head to the presentation ceremony where Asim Sheikh is down with the man of the match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Finally, the match has ended and it is time for the post-match ceremony. And it was the game that was played between Fujairah and Dubai. Dubai, after winning the toss, electing to bowl first. Fujairah were in a state of bother when they were batting. However, there was some rescue that came in to the match and they were able to score 102, which they defended it pretty nicely, pretty comfortably as well, with the help of the experience in the bowling department. Now coming to the man that made a difference. That cameo of 17 runs and picking up a wicket, and more importantly, marshalling his troops pretty nicely in the field when they were defending. It is none other than the man of the match, the captain Ahmed Raza. Ahmed, first of all, congratulations. Ahmed, how relieved are you after putting some points on the table?
I mean, definitely, you know, you're always looking for those first 2 points, and good to be across this side and get those crucial 2 points.
Well, too many openers in the side. Does it become difficult to actually set in the right balance and right combination? What needs to be going in when you guys are batting?
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, you know, if someone has opened all their lives and, you know, we're asking them to do the job at 5 and 6, it's not really easy. You know, you have really professionals who do that, you know, who finish off the innings. So it's really a tough ask. You know, I feel for Yasir Kaleem and Jiju. You know, we've sent them down the order. But we're a top-heavy team. But again, you know, we're going to try different combinations, and, you know, whatever comes good, we'll stick to that.
Well, it's to get things right, permutations and combinations, changing them, flexibility, very important. However, tell us something about the kind of side. Do you guys have that extra pressure of being the heavyweights?
Yeah, I mean, it's always pressure when you have 3 or 4 UAE players in your squad. So, you know, that's an added pressure. But, you know, that's what you play this game for. And just before going in today, I was like, you know, anyone can defend 150. You know, you show character by defending a small total. And we did that. I'm very happy with that.
Well, all the very best for your future games, Ahmed. Do well. Continue the same form.
Thank you so much.
That was Ahmed Raza, the captain and the man of the match of the game. Throwing back to the comms, back with Neil and Shoaib.
Thank you, Asim, and that is how the game has fared so far. Fujairah scoring 102 runs and losing 7 wickets in the allotted 10 overs. Chirag Suri got 29 of 12, and Nilanj Keswani was the pick of the bowlers. A brilliant spell of 2 overs, 3 wickets and 14 runs. While Dubai, in their run chase, lost wickets at regular intervals and were never in the chase all throughout those 10 overs. Ronak Panoli was the only standout batsman, 23 runs of 13 deliveries. Shahrukh had a mediocre outing, 20 runs of 19 deliveries, and Fujairah finally winning the match by 26 runs.
All right, so let's take a quick short break and come back with game number 3. That will start in some time. You don't go anywhere. Join us for game number 3, which is going to be the Emirates Blues versus Abu Dhabi. versus Emirates Blues. Ajman earlier today won the toss and elected to bat first. The umpire is walking in.